Today we're gonna be watching more mom talkers, Mormon moms on TikTok, and the crazy drama that is taking place this year. Now, what are some of the things that would make Mormon moms famous on TikTok? Are they super religious, really care about their kids? They're sharing momming insights. Turns out these moms on TikTok are famous for about what a lot of people are famous on TikTok for. Having angular faces, alright dancing, and being financially strapped. What do I mean by that last point? I'm assuming finances are the only reason they just can't afford to buy clothing in complete units. That's half of a shirt, that's half of a shirt. This is like a third of a pants. And you hate to see a hoodie missing about 6 or 7 inches.
I can keep a secret, kid. Yeah.
Now that you've been introduced to Mom Talk, you gotta meet some of the characters. So the main character is actually the person we just saw, Taylor Frankie Paul. And she's like the starter of Mom Talk. I don't think she was the first mom to post on TikTok, but you know, she was the first to do it in this style. And Taylor's huge. At the time of this video, she has about 4 million on TikTok. Let's see, some things you should know about Taylor. She has a couple of kids. She's married to this guy named Tate, who seems cool. And then last but not least, her humor. She has a very interesting type of humor. Don't stop now. She just makes jokes that no one believes, but she really pushes.
Oof, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. I want to say yes.
Besides joking about an open relationship, which we'll actually circle back to, another long-standing joke is that she is not only the mother to her 2 young kids, but she's also the mother to these 2 not so young kids. And that is how we're introduced to 2 other members of Mom Talk, Camille and Miranda. And these 2 are famous for about the same reason. They have 1.5 and 1.1 million followers. And people say these are the 3 OG Mom Talkers. It's said that Camille and Miranda could be twins. I couldn't really figure it out, but I mean, they definitely look alike. In one of my videos, I once made a joke about how everyone in Utah seems to be blonde-haired, blue-eyed Goku figures, and I felt bad about that for a while, but these two make me think that joke was quite funny. But even if those 2 are not sisters, and Taylor isn't their mother, Mom Talk does seem to be one big happy family. They put the more moms in Mormon. Yeah? Oh. You're telling me all these ladies are Mormon and moms? I don't know if I believe it. I only see one great mother here. It's this lady who had to bring the baby to the shoot and is clearly having the most fun time out of all of them. I'm just thinking with my whoa. It'll be okay. And that's really all the context there is before we get into the, the swinging. There's Taylor, Miranda, Camille, a whole lot of other Mormon, financially strapped moms, and they're all married. So let me take you back to this video.
That is a tough one. I want to say yes. I want to say yes.
The open relationship joke was one that just kept going and going and going. And no one really believed her because it seems so off-brand. She's a Mormon, she's a mom, she's married. It just doesn't really make sense. Eyebrows were raised when Taylor randomly posted this. That's a bombshell to drop on the people. In my 20s, getting divorced, started therapy, living on my own for the first time ever with 2 little kids. You can't just post that and skip over the fact that you're saying that you're in your 20s. I'm thinking she's 35 this whole time. But that's how she announced to her following that she's getting divorced. And this was like the floodgates opened up because everybody had their own theories. Apparently her and her husband had been sleeping in different rooms. People said she'd probably been focusing on social media too much. But of course, the largest theory out here is that wasn't such an open relationship after all. Rumors surfaced that Taylor had cheated with this guy named Braden, who was part of the whole Mom Talk group, and that was the reason that her and Tate got divorced. So the first thing that came to my mind is, how do you confuse the status of an open relationship? I've never been in an open relationship, but I feel like you just can't get that wrong, You gotta know if open is open and closed is closed. Flight attendants closed the door. We are prepping for takeoff. Sounds good, Cap. The door is closed. Is that confirmed? My sensor says the door is open. Cap, I'm looking at the door right now, and it is closed. Take off. Taking off now. But that's far from where this story ends. After Taylor posted that video, Tate unfollows her and removes her from his Instagram. Her 2 daughters, Camille and Miranda, disassociate from her. And Mom Talk kind of cuts her out. Which isn't right,
Ohana means family.
It seemed like that whole community wanted to keep this personal issue super private, super low-key, handle it internally. Unfortunately, Taylor did not agree.
Back to being in an open relationship, Tate and I kind of opened those doors and we had people in and vice versa.
Shortly after this, Taylor goes on a now infamous live stream and just lets the people know what's up.
I don't know what you would call it if it's like soft swinging, but you don't like fully switch, if that makes sense, and go all the way. And to be honest, I did.
Now, not in defense of anyone, but go all the way is a vague statement. What type of contracts are written up with that? Yeah, if you wouldn't mind signing this contract for me, there's some stipulations on all the way, halfway, quarter ways. We're aiming for about a third of the way. She goes on this live stream and says that her and Tate indeed did have an open relationship and they were swingers. And Tate never broke that agreement, but she did.
We had an agreement, like all of us, and I did step out of that agreement.
The agreement said the couples could soft swing, but they both must be present in the room while the soft swinging is occurring. And she privately met with someone without Tate. And that's kind of, I guess, where she did the deed.
And that's where I messed up, but I don't, like, no one was innocent. Everyone has hooked up with, like, everyone in the situation.
She also goes on to say that the swinging group was primarily made up of the other mom talkers, except Camille. Like, she specifically says Camille was not part of it.
The Mondays have nothing to do with this, by the way. They're the ones that are out. Like, they have nothing to do with this.
Which to me kind of means everybody else was part of it. Like, if I were to go, a lot of people I know robbed that bank, except John. He didn't do shit. It kind of makes you think everybody else was included. Y'all, and when this live stream finished up, that's when they got a little crazy.
It's crazy too because like I haven't addressed any of this. I had no plan in addressing it. It's also not my story to tell.
Almost immediately after Taylor's live stream finishes up, Miranda and her husband Chase go on a live stream and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're no swingers. But people had a hard time believing this because on Miranda's OnlyFans, yes, these moms have OnlyFans, which, I mean, at this point, we won't even get into. But on her page, she had posted a picture of her making out with Taylor in a bathtub, which, I don't know much, but that seems like swingish activity. You know what they say, if it walks like a duck and talks like a swinger. But Miranda went on to say, hey, no, those pictures were from 5 years ago, a different me. To which Taylor went on Instagram to say, yo, those pictures were a year and a half ago. Don't be lying on my name or else I'll have to tell the truth. Slowly, other members of the Mom Talk group started to come out and be like, yo, we weren't a part of it. They weren't a part of it. She was. But bombshells just started being dropped. One of which I found interesting is one of the members named Whitney were like, yo, me and my husband Connor, we weren't part of it. And she had a special reason for wanting to talk about it because apparently her husband had just been caught on Tinder.
Back in April, somebody made a TikTok saying that Connor was on Tinder.
Look, y'all, I think Mom Talk actually is pretty cool. They sound like a lot of fun. Well, not necessarily for me, but in general, they sound like a lot of fun. It seems like they live by fun. Their biggest problem is their whole brand is built on, well, you know, being moms. They're doing not mom type activity. And yeah, as these videos are coming out, Taylor is like, I have so much info. I'm about to leak all this info. Y'all don't want me to leak all this knowledge, but she never does. Apparently she got hit with a cease and desist and she kind of ceased and desisted. And since then, she hasn't dropped any more bombs. But the weird part is she'll just make TikToks about her being sad.
Steady trying to find the motive. Why do what I do?
I've never seen someone be so unapologetic. It's actually admirable. I mean, by all objective metrics, she kind of messed up. But she kind of just took the swinging, marriage, and divorce and said content. But I just don't know why people are still watching. Yeah, I just can't put my finger on it. I don't know. Anyways, y'all, that is the more mom. That is the drama out of Utah. Hope you enjoyed the video. Peace.